one of the things we do daily on the farm also. We have to mix feed for the cows so they'll stay healthy and produce the milk we need to stay in business. Right now, we're taking the skid loader and taking hay leaves that we harvested from our fields last year, and we're going to put it in our mixer, or what they call a TMR. We work closely with the nutritionist to make sure that the feed we produce is what we need to feed the cows. It's balanced on a regular basis. There's a scale on the mixer which weighs the feed as it's being dumped into the mixer, so we know how much we're actually putting in. Feed is stored in a bag, which is a heavy plastic. This is one method that you can use to store feed in versus an upright silo. Another area that we store feed in is called a bunker. And what that is feed that's dumped on the ground, packed down with a tractor, and covered with plastic to protect it. This is corn silage. The bunker is also covered with tires to keep the air out of the feed. Feed is scraped a couple inches at a time off the face of the bunker to preserve the freshness of the feed. Just takes the bucket and scrapes about 2 inches a day off the front of each of this entire bunker, and that would be enough to feed the cows for one day. Here's cows munching away. On a daily basis, feed's mixed for each group of cows. Mangers are cleaned completely between meals. No one likes to eat off a dirty plate, neither do cows. A group of 80 cows. They have recently been fed about 2 hours ago. The amount of feed that you see laying here will be consumed by tomorrow morning and will be refed again about 6 o'clock. They This is our calf barn, where we put the calves after they're born, and they're staying here for 6 weeks to 4 weeks, or 6 weeks to 8 weeks. Then they're moved to a larger facility since they'll be off milk and they can be grouped more easily. Calves are fed milk twice a day on our farm. We use a powdered milk replacer because we ship our whole milk from the cows. So we use a powdered milk replacer for our calves. It's mixed with warm water and divided between the calves. Again, we feed them morning and night. The calves that we're looking at are between a couple days old to 6 weeks. This is my main assistant right here. And you go to the next, after hay is fed, after milk is fed, calves will receive water and grain. Each calf has an ear tag so we can identify that calf in our record. Where the calves are laying is the old stall barn that we used up for housing our cows. We just converted into calf facilities. Whitney will now give them grain. It's a special grain formulated to help them grow. These are the mattresses the cows lay on. They're filled with shredded rubber, which stays nice and soft, covered with a heavy-duty canvas that's water resistant. Then we cover them with sawdust to maintain a dry environment for the cow to lay on. Venting is done 1 to 2 times a week to maintain a quality laying area. As you can see, our next generation's going to help keep the farm looking nice. Just like a house, it takes a lot of work to have a place looking nice. So we're trying to get our summer projects done so we can have fun swimming and camping later on. Yeah, we have one more fence to go. And of course, our team always works as a team.
Okay. Well, first when you get started, you need to pick out a model, and you can pick those up at craft hobbies. Like I go to Hobby Craft to get my stuff. But most craft stores or variety stores have them. But the first thing you're looking at is the skill level, and that's rated by a 1, 2, or 3. Skill level 1 is things that don't require glue, they snap together, and it has very little paint or none. Then the skill level 2 is where you start learning paint more, and you apply details more, and things are in finer detail. And skill level 3 is the most advanced level that you can go. And there's also different materials you can make your model out of. There's plastic, which I make mine out of. There's wood and also metals that you can make them. And when you go and pick out your model, you need materials to build it. So when you open up your box, like this one, they'll explain on the cover a picture of it, and then on the side of the box, or they'll like explain what's in the model, and they usually have a number on there, what skill level it is, but some of them don't. Then when you open it up, you're gonna find a booklet, which is your instruction manual, and I'll get to that later. And also these, what they are, they're sheets of plastic and they have all your parts on them. And that's what builds it. You put them together. So the first thing you need to do is figure out what materials you need. So in these little packets, the first page, you can open them up. I have a sheet on there. And they show them by Okay, the paints are either going to be in the front of the manual or in the back. And yeah, this one, they were in the front. And on, I think these two, they were in the back of the manual. So what you do to find them, they'll have like a number or symbol for the paint color. Like if you look at the first one, it's TS5, which is olive drab.